Welcome to northern Tanzania, a land of mountains, plains, and volcanic heat, and tucked within, a strange lake. Its name, Lake Natron, a lake unlike almost any other. Why? Because it looks like water but acts like poison. The lake shimmers under the African sun. From a distance, it seems inviting. Blue, red, sometimes glowing pink, but up close, danger lurks. This lake is deadly. Not because it swallows life, but because it preserves it. Animals that meet its surface may never leave. Instead, they become statues, frozen in eerie poses. Birds with wings stretched, bats with claws reaching out, even small mammals caught mid-stride. They look alive yet stone dead. Nature's own mummies. That's why Lake Natron gained its dark title. The lake that turns animals to stone. But what makes it so bizarre? Chemistry, heat, and geology. Natron is an alkaline lake. It's packed with sodium carbonate. Add in sodium bicarbonate, yes, like baking soda, and you get a caustic brew. The pH can reach 10.5, almost like ammonia. That burns skin. It also strips feathers and tissue, leaving only hardened remains. Then the lake bakes them in sunlight, creating petrified shapes. It's like instant fossilization, except it's not millions of years. It's weeks. The water also runs hot. It's fed by volcanic springs. Temperatures climb to 60 degrees Celsius. That's hot enough to cook life. Add high evaporation, and salt builds up. The result, a mirror-like deadly crust. Animals mistake it for safe land. They step in and they're done. But not all life dies here. Paradoxically, the lake is alive. Algae thrives in the caustic soup. They bloom in dazzling red, turning the lake crimson from above. Even flamingos flourish. Lesser flamingos nest by the thousands. They feed on the algae. They walk where few dare, somehow immune to the burning water. That makes Lake Natron a paradox. Both a cradle and a coffin. Scientists first noted the eerie remains decades ago. Locals already knew. They whispered stories of cursed waters, a place where the spirits claimed the careless. Some tribes refused to fish there. Others treated it as sacred. But in modern times, explorers brought cameras, and those cameras spread the nightmare. Most famously, photographer Nick Brandt. He found animals along the shores, perfectly preserved. He posed them in lifelike positions. The photos went viral. A bird, wings outstretched like flight. A bat, claws wide as if hunting. Small mammal frozen mid-stare. They looked like statues, but they were once alive. The images shocked the world. Was the lake cursed? Did it truly petrify life? People compared it to Medusa's gaze, or Pompeii's frozen victims. Except this was nature, not volcano. It happened quietly. No explosion, no fire. Just a mirror of death. Scientists explained the chemistry, but the legend stuck. A lake of stone animals. Tourists started arriving. Some dared to touch the shores. Guides warned them off. The water could burn skin, yet curiosity pulled them closer. After all, where else do you see stone birds? Lake Natron became infamous, a mix of horror, beauty, and science. And this was only the beginning of its story. The story of Lake Natron only grows stranger once you ask why it happens. Why does this water turn life into eerie statues? The answer lies in chemistry, physics, and a touch of mystery. First, the basics. Lake Natron is loaded with sodium carbonate and other minerals. These compounds come from volcanic ash nearby. Rain and streams wash the ash into the basin. With no outlet, everything stays locked inside the lake. Over centuries, it concentrated into a chemical soup. Ancient Egyptians knew sodium carbonate well. They used it for mummification. They called it natron. Yes, the lake's name comes from this very word. So the lake is, in essence, a natural mummification pool that explains the preservation effect. But what about the strange red color? When conditions get hot, special microorganisms bloom. Salt-loving algae thrive in these alkaline waters. Some species produce a red pigment. That pigment stains the water, also turns flamingos pink. The birds eat the algae. Their feathers slowly change color. Without the algae, flamingos would be white. That's why Natron is home to massive flamingo colonies. It's one of the biggest breeding grounds in the world. In fact, millions of lesser flamingos hatch here. They build nests out of hardened salt. To the human eye, it looks alien. An endless plain of cones and pink birds, like another planet altogether. But if flamingos can thrive, why do other animals die? The answer lies in balance. Flamingos adapted over millennia. Their bodies filter the toxins. Their skin resists the caustic burns. Most other creatures have no such defenses. A stray bird landing on the water suffers chemical shock. Its skin and eyes burn. Its organs fail quickly. Death follows. Then the high pH preserves the body. Minerals coat the feathers and skin. The corpse hardens in the heat. Over days or weeks, it becomes stone-like. This is not petrification in the true sense. The body is not turned into rock. Instead, it's calcified and preserved. Think of it like being dipped in mineral plaster. The effect is eerie. Wings frozen in mid-flap. Aches locked in eternal cries. The animals look sculpted, not dead, live. Wildlife photographer Nick Brandt captured them in famous photos. He placed some mummified birds on branches. They looked alive until you looked closer. The world was fascinated and horrified. Headlines screamed of a death lake, but scientists offered calm explanations. They pointed to pH levels. Some readings reached 10.5 to 12. For reference, that's like bleach or ammonia. Imagine falling into a pool of liquid cleaner. That's Lake Natron for most life forms. No wonder the dead are so well preserved. Yet despite science, legends thrive. Locals tell of spirits guarding the lake. They say the statues are warnings. Stories spread of travelers cursed after visiting. Some even claim voices echo across the shore at night. Others whisper the lake holds portals to other realms. Folklore often grows in extreme landscapes, as people explain terror with myths, and Lake Natron inspires plenty of terror. Pilots sometimes avoid flying low over it. The hot air creates dangerous updrafts. To them, the lake looks like a burning mirror. From above, its surface ripples like molten metal. Some even compared it to scenes from science fiction. A mirror lake that punishes intruders. Pink sea that turns birds to stone. For centuries, locals avoided it. They gathered salt at the edges, but stayed cautious. Some tribes treated the lake as sacred. Only shamans could approach. This aura of danger built the lake's legend. Western explorers added their own tales. By the 19th century, stories of stone animals circulated. Many dismissed them as exaggeration. But photographs in the 21st century proved them true. Suddenly, Lake Natron became global news. Scientists studied it more closely. Documentaries filmed its strange shores. And the world learned of Tanzania's petrifying lake. Yet the truth is more fascinating than the myth. It's not magic, it's chemistry. But it feels magical when you see it, because few places on Earth look so unearthly. Lake Natron still hides secrets waiting to be revealed. Lake Natron is more than chemistry and legend. It's also part of human life in East Africa. For centuries, local tribes lived alongside this strange lake. The Maasai people, in particular, hold it in their stories. They see the lake as both dangerous and sacred. Some elders say spirits live in its waters. Others warn children never to wander too close. Salt was harvested here, but with rituals. No one approached casually. To the Maasai, the lake was alive. And in a way, they weren't wrong. It breathes toxic gases. It shifts color with the seasons. It creates new land as salt flats expand. The lake feels like a living entity. Modern scientists also treat it with respect. They wear protective gear when collecting samples. The water can burn skin and corrode equipment. Even boats are rare on the lake. Its chemistry destroys engines. Few dare to test its depths. In fact, the lake has never been fully mapped. Its temperature varies wildly. Some zones boil in the sun. Others cool with underground springs. This unpredictable nature makes study difficult, but also irresistible, because Lake Natron may hold clues to life's beginnings. Scientists believe similar alkaline lakes existed billions of years ago. Some theories say early life thrived in such waters. Microbes still flourish here today. Extremophiles, adapted to survive the unthinkable. Studying them helps us understand how life survives on Mars. Yes, Lake Natron is a training ground for astrobiology. NASA scientists compare its chemistry to alien worlds. They collect algae and bacteria samples. They study how organisms evolve in toxic settings. The hope is to learn how life adapts in extreme conditions. This links the lake to cosmic questions, from Tanzania to the stars. And that's not the only modern link. Tourism has grown around Lake Natron. Adventurers come to see its strange beauty. Flamingo colonies attract photographers. Hikers trek across its shimmering shores. Yet many are unprepared for its dangers. Stories circulate of shoes melting, cameras ruined by the air. Tour guides warn visitors to stay cautious. Still, the attraction is strong, because the lake doesn't look real. Travelers describe it as walking on another planet. Some say it feels like stepping into a dream, or perhaps a nightmare. For filmmakers, it's a perfect backdrop. The documentaries feature it often. National Geographic showcased its petrified birds. BBC filmed its flamingo hatchlings. Even fashion photographers used it for surreal shoots. The lake became a visual symbol of mystery, and with visibility comes myth. Line, the lake is called the Death Lake. Memes show animals turned to stone. Some blogs spread the idea the lake petrifies instantly. Of course, that's false. The process takes time. But exaggeration fuels curiosity, and Lake Natron became internet famous. Every year new stories emerge. Some say the lake is cursed, others call it haunted, a few claim it hides ancient ruins. None are proven, but mystery thrives where fear and beauty meet. And Lake Natron has both. The truth is equally fascinating. Its ecosystem is fragile yet vital. Millions of flamingos depend on it. Without Natron, their breeding would collapse. These birds play a role in Africa's balance, so protecting the lake is critical. Conservation groups monitor its health. Climate change threatens its delicate chemistry. Droughts alter its water levels. Rising heat could disrupt flamingo breeding. Pollution from nearby mining is another risk. If chemicals flood in, the algae may die. Without algae, flamingos vanish. Without flamingos, the ecosystem suffers. This is why scientists urge protection, because Lake Natron is more than a curiosity. It's a living laboratory. It's a cradle for millions of lives. And it's a reminder of nature's extremes. Few places combine beauty and danger like this. Few inspire so many myths. Few leave such a haunting impression. Lake Natron turns death into stone and science into wonder. Its legend will continue for centuries to come.
That's it for today's Forgotten Tale. If this story made you raise an eyebrow or don't forget to like, subscribe, and ring that dusty little bell so you never miss another echo from the past. Drop it in the comments. We're always listening for new echoes. Got a weird bit of history you think we should cover? Until next time, keep your curiosity loud and your history weird.